When I was completed with November 2nd, I thought that was the last of my Halloween contribution to the fan community and what I wanted to do with the character and the story and all those things. But a year later, I was thinking about doing another Halloween film back in 2011, but and then I started filming the movie, but certain dramas happened, and it just didn't go well. It didn't go the way I planned it to be, the storyline, and that was a disappointment. But so I kind of left the project for a while and made new movies and other projects, and just tried to do something different. So I made those Ghostface films, the Insane movies, Jester films, all those films, and that's what I wanted to make. But then eventually, because I'm making the Miner vs. Jason right now, Ghostface story, but I wanted to go back and revisit Halloween November 3rd because it did bother me for years that I never completed the movie, and I wanted to complete it, and I'm glad I did. It was a long, strong process. I mean, it was very tough and a huge challenge, but the end result was very, very good movie, and I'm very proud of myself, and I'm proud of the actors and all the actors that were involved and crew members, and yeah, it was just a very fun experience making that movie, and that's why I wanted to revisit it, because I wanted to celebrate the original Halloween and the magic of that film, and really celebrate that, because there hasn't been a Halloween movie in a while. I'm sure you fans know that John Carpenter is coming back for Halloween, and I think that's great. But I wanted to make a fan film in the meantime, so yeah, and I'm glad I made the movie. It was very fun, and I feel like I can move on to other projects now. And this may not be the end of Michael Myers in my movies. I might come back one day. I might come back to the story, and who knows? So, yep. I mean, I never thought November 3rd would have been made. So who knows? What movies I'll make next. My favorite slasher is Ghostface, and the reason why he's my favorite slasher is because he's funny, he's scary, and anybody can be Ghostface. It can be anybody. I mean, like that's what's scary about the character, is that you don't know who Ghostface is. It could be anybody, and it's really scary in the storyline. And that character just he's the most effective to me because of the way his character thinks, and just the storyline, the history of these killer reveals, and just all these stories, and just seeing Ghostface in action, I just think it's great. And I'm glad the Scream show's around, and I just love that character, just love the whole world, and I love the old Scream movie. Here in the Midwest, we get a lot of bugs during November time, so it's very weird. But yep, that's why he's my favorite slasher, because he's messy, but he's to the point. I mean, he's messy, but he gets the job done, and that's kind of Ghostface's character, and it's just a very intriguing story to me. So yeah. I hope they take away the fact that this movie was never going to be made, and that it was made, and that I hope that you fans enjoy all the fan films I make, and especially this movie, because this movie was really for you guys. I know that this was probably my most anticipated, most requested film from my fans and my subscribers, and that's what I want people to take from this movie, is that it's a fun, nostalgic, takes you back to the original Halloween film and the basics and just that classic nostalgia that we've all been missing since 2009. It's been years. In 2 years it's going to be 40 years since the original Halloween film. To think that it's been 40 years celebration of those movies and Halloween itself, and I think that's just very memorable, and I cannot wait to see what Hollywood will do with Michael Myers, what they'll do with the story, and just where they're going to go with it, with the Shape. And I hope they call him the Shape, and I think that'd be best for the story, and it's just exciting. So so I hope fans can take from this movie that this was a fun nostalgia film, and that just enjoy the nostalgia, because who knows, the next Halloween film may not have some moments like in my film that stand out, and have a lot of that celebration of Halloween. So I was kind of doing an Halloween H2O thing, but at the same time, I just wanted to do another Halloween sequel, and but also introduce it for new audiences at the same time. And that's what I hope fans can take away from this. Filmmaking is very hard. It's just really hard. But I really enjoy making movies. My favorite experience of making a movie is probably the directing, because I go through a lot filming those movies and editing them, but I learn so much about myself and the story, and so much of the characters. And even though I come up with the ideas and I write these stories and these characters, I expand upon that with my directing and editing and all those things, and I'm glad that fans have appreciated it, my family's appreciated it, and that that I'm just going to try to make movies as long as I can, and that fans will enjoy those movies, and that I hope all you fans are excited for what I have in store next. So, yep. Keep the slasher genre alive. I'm tired of supernatural movies, zombie films, all that stuff. I think it's time for the slasher genre to come back and have its chance to shine again. Those characters are just so intriguing. You wonder why, they don't do anything with the characters. They're such important characters, especially to our culture, and just many layers of, these characters. And I just really hope that Hollywood makes more slasher films, they create new slashers, and they try to create some really inventive slasher stories. And I think that would be wonderful. And I just really hope that those movies keep going and they don't stop, and these movies keep going on and on. And I feel like with Hollywood they haven't really cared about those movies as much, and that's kind of sad, because it's such an important genre. I think the most important genre to us, and these characters mean so much to so many people, and you just want to make them happy and satisfy these fans, and just great fan service. But at the same time, you do want to create original stories, But I think because these characters have been away for so long, I feel like they got to bring back the nostalgia first, and then add some originality to it. Add more layers with the story as it progresses. I don't want them to be rushed cash grabs. I want them to take their time on these films, and us fans respect that. And that's what I wish the most for this genre and the community. So I hope everybody enjoyed my interview of Halloween November 3rd. I know you guys, this was a big surprise. I made this movie in a month. I wrote the script like 3 years ago, and just, it was on my computer. I just never went back to it. I just wrote it for the hell of it, really. And then I went back to it, and back in August, that's when I started filming the Miner vs. Jason, and I was thinking, like, well, fans are going to have to wait a long time for that movie. It's not going to be released till late next year, so I thought, why not make a nice, fun Halloween film and have it be November 3rd and just, you know, satisfy fans, and that's what I was trying to do. So I filmed it in September, edited all the way to the end of October, and I hope people enjoy the final product, or, you know, final movie. So, yep, thank you everybody for watching my interview of Halloween November 3rd, and I will talk to you all later. Alright, peace.